anything tutorial step by step. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into one of the most interesting AI tools in 2026, something literally called anything, all right? Now the name sounds a bit wild, right? Anything. But here's the thing, it actually lives up to the name. The tool is designed to help you do almost anything you can think of: writing, designing, coding, automating tasks, generating content. It's all packed into one platform. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you step by step through how to use it, how it works, and how you can actually turn it into something useful instead of just another AI tool you try once and forget. Now, before we jump into using it, let's understand what anything really is. Now, this is not a chatbot or a single purpose AI tool. It's more like a workspace where you can perform multiple tasks in one place. You can generate texts, create visuals, you can build simple apps, automate workflows, and even connect different tools together. Now, the idea is simple. Instead of switching between multiple platforms, you stay in one environment and let the AI handle different parts of your work. Think of it as more of a digital assistant that adapts to whatever you are going to need. So to begin, head over to createanything.com. And once you're inside, you're going to see all of this. So you see a prompt box, you're going to scroll down, you can see the different types of things that people created through anything. Anything codes for you. You can make coding changes, generate images, even create good UI designs for yourself. So to get started, first of all, you can go ahead and check the pricings for yourself. So there's the free plan with 3,000 credits. There's the pro plan, which is around $24 a month with 20,000 credits, and the max plan, which is around $240 a month with 220,000 credits. You can increase the credits, but obviously the plan will vary over that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started with the free plan for ourselves. The account creation process is really simple. You can sign in with any email, your Apple, or with your Gmail. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my Gmail real quick. And once we have logged in with our Gmail account, what's going to be happening from here is anything is going to take us to the main section. So subscription and credits. This is, of course, where we are going to start shining. So over here, first of all, what we're going to be doing is we're going to come over to projects. What we're going to do over here is we're going to go ahead and create a new project just as so. Now, do make sure to explore the interface according to yourself. You'll usually find sections for prompts, tools, workflows, and save projects. It might look quite overwhelming at first, but once you understand the layout, it becomes much easier to navigate. The key here is not to overthink it. Just start simple for yourself. Now, once we're here, let's actually use the tool. So start by adding in a prompt into the prompt box where you can describe what you want to do. This could be anything from writing a blog post to generating a design or building a small feature. So type in your request clearly and submit it. The AI will process your input and generate a result based on your actions. So over here, as you can see, I have a prompt to create a modern gym tracker application. Now, do make sure that your prompt is pretty descriptive and describes everything if you want the actual product to be perfect. If you give it something like, I want a gym tracker app that looks good, that will not work for you, because in that case, AI has a whole, repertoire of creating anything it wants. That's where AI is going to be like, okay, time to use my own imagination because the user didn't really provide me with much to work with. So that is where you're going to have to make sure that you add in the correct prompt. Okay, that is where you're going to want to make sure that you add in the correct visuals. Then once that is done, you can even import designs from Figma. You can choose the basic plan you want to go with. Now I'm going to go with auto to make sure that it chooses the best that I need. And you can choose the model. Okay. Again, I'm going to go with default, and we're going to go ahead and send the prompt through. Now it's going to go ahead and start analyzing the prompt. It's going to actually see what we've given it and how it's supposed to actually go ahead with the design. Okay. Now, once it's done, it starts implementing the actual design structure and starts creating coded files. Okay. So once it's happening, you're going to wait for the result. Now, the first result you might get will probably not be perfect, and that's completely normal. The real power of anything comes from refining your actual prompts, all right? You can adjust your instructions, add more detail, or change the directions entirely. So think of it as a conversation. You guide the AI step by step until the output matches your expectations. Over time, you're going to get better at writing prompts and your results will improve significantly. So this is where most people either level up or they will give up. So do not skip this part. Now, as you can see, while it codes, you can go ahead and actually check the different coding sections as well. You can see how it worked on the layout, how it worked on the index, etc. Now, if you use Lovable, this probably reminds you a lot about it because Lovable and anything work pretty similarly in when it comes to working with, the general workflow, the general design ideas, etc. Okay, so we're simply going to wait for our anything design to finish up. We're going to simply wait for it to, give us the right things. And once the preview appears, let me show you what it looks like and how you can actually make live updates to your application as you go on. All right. So in some cases, what's going to happen is, it says app error detected. Obviously, you can go ahead and fix them in real time as well. And don't worry, it does not take extra credits out of your account. You can fix it as you go on. And look at that. It said that this specific error needed to be fixed. And that's the cool thing about anything, that even lifetime as it goes coding, you can go ahead and make changes to it instantly. And that's what separates it from other coding tools and other app generation tools like Lovable or maybe any other mainframe. So just like this, once everything is done, you can see it says the analytics file doesn't exist in your project anymore. If you're still seeing this error, you can go ahead and make changes to it and keep going on with the different errors, and you can go ahead and make different changes to it. But once all of that is done, it's going to give you a final generation. So let me show you how it is going to look like. Now, once our generation is complete, you can see its preview right here. You can switch it to your tab view or your mobile view. And just as so, all the preview will show you how your app looks. And you can actually make changes by writing down things over here. So as we can see, we can switch over to profile. We have workouts. You can add in new workouts for yourself or different analytics. And look at that. So just as so, if you want to make changes to the colors, you can add that here. Changes to the home screen, profile, ID, all is changeable over here. So let's say I'm going to write change color and theme to dark. Okay, you can simply write that in. And once you do that, as you can see, it starts updating different things. And it says the user wants me to change the color and theme to dark. So look at that. It's going to keep it minimalistic and transform everything to a much darker tone. So it starts coding and gives you your final product. So once everything is done and you're happy with it, you're going to simply go over to publish and you can get a web and backend with a link like this, or you can even get a whole mobile app that you can submit to the App Store. So once you're done with all of that, now you have a proper functioning app through anything. So that is pretty much about it for this video. If you enjoyed watching, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And that is pretty much about it for this video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.